That's fine. Alright. Oh wait, I should probably have pulled that up, shouldn't have I? Hold up. I'm just gonna push that over here. And now we're good. We're gonna wait for some peeps to join the stream. Oh wait, I don't have Discord open, do I? I can open it in the background. Oh wait, you guys... Oh yeah, because it's a full desktop thing. Shoot. Now I'll just... We'll do this real quick. If I just bring up this... Put it over this. Ah, you guys... You can't see anything. Oh no. Oh no, you can't see anything. If my thing could work, that would be pretty cool though. It's kind of... Google just had a weird glitch, but I just want to see if the stream notification's getting... Okay, cool. The Discord has an update. Ow, man. I want to see if it's even gonna send out an announcement. Because the bot's still in here, but... I might just have to do a manual one, you know? I'll just do it quick. Alright, let me do this real quick. Just go here. I don't want it to have any weird overlay, you know? Go like this. Go like this. Oh shit, Harrison's already in here. Okay, I didn't realize you were in here, Harrison, but I accidentally opened up my mail app. I didn't mean to do that, but since we got somebody in here, we'll delete stream? Hell nah. I'm doing this. Alright, let me just get this back in order, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. Okay. It is, what is... No. Okay. What the hell, Google? It's like being super slow right now. But that doesn't matter. It's not what we're focusing on. Right now, we're focusing on this. Now, this first shot, okay? This first shot, we see... Hold up. Okay, cool. So, why is my throat so dry? We'll get it started. Alright, this first shot is very important. As you can see, it's an opening shot. You can see he's got a, looks like maybe like a cup of coffee. He's got a book. He's very exhausted from reading, you know. It's very telling of like the average everyday student, like, oh, loads of work, they're just exhausted, they just want to have fun, you know, they don't need all this work. So we can tell he's he is a very relatable character, which is a good like part to start out your story with. Like, a very good plot premise, a relatable character, can get the entire, like, everyone can relate to him, you know, just in one way. You could be a student. You could. It's a really good start. We'll continue. All right, so you can see right there, he's starting to doze off a bit. So this is we just had our like introduction with our character, and now we have our inciting incident that he is falling asleep. Okay, that is going to be very important later on in the story, that he has fallen asleep. Now, as you can see, he's getting himself adjusted, like, well rested. You know, you can't just fall asleep on the stairs and, like, being absolutely exhausted without being in a good position. So, you know, he's just adjusting his head. And, you know, he may be, like, a little bit of, like, he might be studying for exams or something. Like, he's just so in depth with his studying that he's just fully exhausted. Or maybe he's a little bit of a nerd. We'll have to see later on the story. It's all about character building in this. Now, as you see, that is a great visual effects by the person who made this video for Wheatus. Like, that little... We've seen it in movies before. It's just to show how we're going into the dream state. Now, I don't think he would be already in REM sleep, but maybe it's a little bit of a time skip. They're trying to tell the audience he's already fallen into REM and the REM state of sleep. And so now that he's in the REM state of sleep, we are going to see his dream. That is what is being picked up here. And I know this because I have listened to this song before. I've seen the video. It is very telling of everything. Now, we will continue to go on with this. Now, we got a nice shot of the school. Now, you can see the school has some... we got some students. Somebody's riding roller skates. You can tell the setting is like 90s, 2000s, like in that era. And here we got our main protagonist. He just fell asleep on the stairs, okay? We gotta remember that. But hey, he's riding his bike to school. He's got a guy next to him with a cross. Now, I don't think the cross would symbolize anything in this video, but it may come back later. You know, it's just one of those things that may come back. And so he's kind of got a weird fit on. You could say he might be dripping. You know, we don't know yet. He's kind of got a nice hat, but at the time this was made, we'll see. I'll just say that for sure. Now, here we got a nice shot of the lead singer's guitar. Now, the lead singer is actually Brendan B. Brown. Brendan B. Brown was just a phenomenal guitarist, and it's just a really nice shot, you know, altogether. And here we got our nice riff to start off the song. You know, and we got the nice little... It's a good backdrop. They're in a gym. It looks like there's a basketball game. They're in the middle of the basketball court. You can tell the setting is high school. This is going to be about high school drama. It's still doing world building. It's just world building, all of it. It's very nice. It makes it very easy for the reader or the listener, watcher to understand this song by Wheatus. It's just very, very well put together. Okay, we are about to be joined by a Wheatus enthusiast here. Harrison, you are don't say anything stupid, please.
Okay, so there are a few points I want to interject into your analysis into Wheatus.
Yes, sir, frame by frame, yes.
I think to understand the video fully, I feel like you need more context than just going into the video, you know?
Well, it's a frame by frame of the Teenage Dirtbag, not Wheatus as a whole. But
you don't get Teenage Dirtbag without the context.
Well, yeah, that is true, and I was going to establish that later, the story behind.
Well, why later instead of at the beginning? Can you explain that?
Well, I can do it right now. Well, the lead singer, Brendan B. Brown, was bullied in high school. All because he liked to listen to rock music. And what happened was a student had, I believed, pulled a gun out at school, or he was, it was something along the lines of he was supposedly killed somebody, or along those lines. And so rock music to the parents was like, you're a dirtbag if you listen to rock. And Brendan B. Brown,
teenage dirtbag. And
Brendan Brown was a teenager who loved rock. So he was a dirtbag by all the parents.
What type of rock in specific?
He liked AC/DC, and I think he liked some of Eddie Van Halen.
Do you think there's a chance he was a fan of Steely Dan?
I think he was, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I watched a video on it. But yeah, so that was the story behind it, and we'll see that he got bullied for liking rock music later on. And
That's exciting.
yeah, and well, I'll have to go once we get to one part of the video, I'll explain who is singing and who is doing this.
Okay.
Are you wanting to stick around for this analysis?
I would love to. I feel like my opinion also matters in this. This is you unconsensually started this, and I need to be here for it.
Okay, here we go. The next two. So right here we have a nice open wide shot of the band, or not the, well, it is the band, but the band playing in probably, I believe this is their old high school that they all met at, and this is their like basketball court. They're all playing on the basketball court. You can see that they're right here. They have some
So
titles.
you could almost say this is like an homage.
Yeah, it's an homage to Brendan B.
Wheatus.
Browning's. Like, yeah, the Wheatus upcoming, and especially Brendan B. Browning's. Now, we'll continue. Now, we get another... That was a nice spin shot we had there. I kind of... We can go back a little bit and watch it again.
Rewind.
So, right here we have a nice spin shot that's starting, and we can... You can see everyone in the band. It's instead of the world building within the story, it's a world building within. We can see who is making the song, where it is coming from, their message behind it, almost. Now, we'll continue. Now we get a nice shot. Go ahead.
Okay, before we go any further, I'd just like to. Were the allegations true that Wheatus did run an underground minor sex ring before they were formed?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Nor deny? Okay. Continue.
It's so in this shot we have the main character. We still don't know his name. All we know is that he fell asleep on the stairs. This is a dream, and in his dream he's going to school, because that is what a lot of teenagers stress about: school and schoolwork. It's all their lives are revolved around.
With the dreams, I'd like to stagger off. Okay, so do you remember the? Have you had any significant dreams as of late?
I had a dream yesterday that I went to school actually, and I was completely nude. I had one of those dreams.
I've only had like one of those.
But yeah, I as a teenager myself, I have the school related dreams. And yeah.
Me personally, a few nights ago, I had a dream where I went, where I was driving in Chicago, and I went down to the underground mines of Chicago. It wasn't a mine, but it was it went far underground, and it was like city buildings underground. And there I met, there was a Death Grips concert in which I met MC Ride, and then we started jamming out.
See,
so I feel like that kind of relates back to a Wheatus.
Yeah, because it's like, think about it. Maybe that dream helps you form a band, and you end up making. Not saying you're gonna make Teenage Dirtbag, because.
Yeah, maybe you don't make, Hacker by Death Grips, but you get close.
Yeah, you can strive for it. But also in this shot, we get more world building. We can see like the background where it's like there's a parking lot in the background we can see right here, and with all the students walking in, and we can also tell in this world building that it is definitely late 2000s, or not late 2000s, early 2000s, with the baggy pants, the short skirts, the
Janko jeans.
Yeah.
Homophobia, racism.
Yeah, just all that
narcotics.
Stuff. It's very apparent that Wheatus was trying to immerse the viewer, the listener, the reader.
That around this time, they released 21 Jump Street.
Yes. Alright, well, we'll continue. Okay, in this scene, this is a pivotal scene. This will set the tone for the rest of the music video. So just keep that in mind with this scene. Now, in that scene, what do we see? It was the main protagonist, but he just parked his bike. He just got to school. He's like, oh, finally, after my long bike ride, maybe short bike ride, it's still exercise. He's kind of a little bit exhausted, and he still has like an 8-hour school day left. Somebody runs over his car. Or not his car. A car runs over his bike. Now, think about it. That's kind of a dick move. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that kind of sucks balls.
Like, think about it. That bike may have been like $60, $70. Even then, it probably was more or less. I don't know.
Bikes, they run, hundreds of dollars sometimes.
And we can tell that the people in the background are shocked by this, but they're not going to do anything. It's not their obligation. Even more world building. Now
This world is built.
Yes. Now we can see in this that the main protagonist is just in absolute awe that somebody would do that to him. It's very apparent.
A dirtbag move.
Yeah. We'll continue with that insightful information. That we just got our first lyric of the song. Her name is Noelle. This. It's a great lyric. We have just hit the
I think Noelle. I think the name in of itself is significant. Like the first Noelle, it evokes a sense of a childlike whimsicality, which kind of contrasts the whole dirtbag teenage tone we're receiving. I think it's a bit of a tone shift.
Yeah, it's
foreshadowing, if you will.
Yeah, it's definitely foreshadowing to her name is Noelle. And the way Brendan B. Browning says this lyric, it's in a very high spirit. It's not like her name is Noelle, I don't like her. It's not like that. It's her name is Noelle. It's almost like an angel singing it.
It's like lyrical, very somber sense.
Yeah.
You're like, her name is Noelle.
Yeah, and it's also world building. Like, we already got the world building of the music video. Now we have world building within the song of we know our two characters. We have our main protagonist, who we still don't know the name of. And we have our female. Maybe she's a little bit of a, whatchamacallit,
Whore.
A temptress.
A temptress, okay.
Like, she tempts the hero into...
Like a succubus.
Yeah. And so maybe Noelle is a good evil. We shall see. Now, we shall... But we can definitely see that she may be a love interest. We cannot rule this out. But this is significant with the car running over, because if her name is Noelle, why is the car there? Is she the one driving the car? We shall see in the next scene. Now here Noelle gets out of the car, but it's very important. If you looked at the car, she got it on the passenger side. The passenger side. So she was not the one driving the car, but she couldn't have stopped it. It's Noelle wasn't responsible for that. So it wasn't intentionally evil on her part. But in the shot that we see, it's very zoomed in on her face. It is a very, I think we're going to see a shot of a wide, just showing how angelic she is to our main protagonist,
Yeah.
We'll continue. Now, if you saw that little hair bop, it was in slow motion a little bit, just to show how he's kind of just... shocked, starstruck by her. Even in this scene, we can see he's just looking at her. He's in this kind of awe. You may think it's similar to the other awe that he was looking at his bike earlier. No, he's looking at her. He's like, oh my gosh.
Love is real.
It's almost love at first sight.
Yeah. It's crazy how they fit all these small tonal themes into one music video, one song, uniting the whole high school experience together in one moment.
Yes.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah, there's many movies that try to encapsulate the high school experience, like Breakfast Club, Super
She's the
Bad,
Man,
She's the Man, um, what's the one?
21 Jump Street,
21 Jump
High
Street,
School Musical 3.
Billy Madison. All these try to do what Wheatus is excelling at right now. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, we shall continue. Now, did you see that? Okay, we gotta rewind a little bit.
Rewind action.
We gotta rewind a little bit. Okay, watch this.
Google, show me a pic of that guy's balls.
Do you see this? She looks at the main character. And the main character was already looking at her. So they have made eye contact. And we all know eye contact is one of the most important things in a relationship. You know? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have, like, when you meet someone, you want to look at their eyes. You want to see.
Eyes
Eye contact is
are
very
the mirror
important.
to the soul.
Exactly. Like, you don't want to be looking at someone's shoes, someone's hands,
Well, sometimes I do like looking at people's shoes.
Well, you gotta do a drip
Jeez.
check, yeah.
Yeah, drip check.
Also, I don't know if anyone else has picked up on this, but looking at Noelle's color choice, black and red. Black and red kind of symbolize evil, but in this shot, she's being portrayed as like a goddess, the crush, the love, you know. So
Yeah, and we all know in color theory that red represents heat or warmth or
blood.
possibly love, and I feel like this is highly displayed by obviously the director's choice right here to make that her clothing.
Yes, exactly. And the black covering up is kind of like maybe she's a little bit seclusive
Black,
about.
obviously a classic representation for death. So this
Yeah.
is a
She might die. We don't know. We don't know exactly. That's what the song. Like, this is very good world building and storytelling, all of it. And then the black might also represent that she's seclusive and maybe she's a little bit insecure about herself, you know? Maybe she doesn't want to open up to people. Maybe she's made some wrong decisions in the past. But we don't know. All we know is her name is Noelle. And also, to the person in the chat naming Creta saying High School Musical did it better.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you whore.
Okay, we shall continue. Now that was okay. We got a little bit of a rewind. I went a little bit too far.
Clip that. Clip that moment right there, please.
Now look, this is just a quick, simple. He's made eye contact again. We just explained on this, and also with his color choice, red. They are both wearing red. Love, and also thank you. Now, they both have red on, which red symbolizes love, and also, he's kind of tripping. So, maybe she's, like, feeling some things, like, she's caught, like, the attention of him, you know? Like,
Yeah.
or he's caught the attention of her. Maybe both ways. Maybe they've both caught each other's attention. We don't know. Now, okay, so we got a excellent shot of Brendan B. Browning's face. And also, with this...
Brendan V. Brown?
Brendan B. Browning.
Oh, well I feel like his name could be an allusion to Brown v. Board of Education. Are there possible racial tones to this already deep-seated song? Possibly.
We do not know. We can only speculate.
I mean, we can assume through literature that this is a high school, and Brown v. Board was about education, so I think that Wheatus was really digging deep.
There are historical references, like, built within, like, their...
Yeah,
world.
They knew what they were doing.
And also, the lyric, I got gym class in half an hour, also helps the viewer relate to high school students. It's very relatable.
Because sometimes high school students also have gym class in half an hour.
Yes, I know. They always have gym class in half an hour. And hey, Aknikibu, I have not streamed for... Yes, I am back. And also, that was just a quick little thing. But so, we got another shot of the band. We like to see the band here. It's a very wide shot of the band in their high school again, in their auditorium. Aren't you... Pat, right? Or am I wrong? I've streamed in 3 months. But we must continue with our analysis. Okay, here we go. Now, that was a nice shot of the... We got another spinning shot again. I really like what the director's doing here. It's almost like... like Steven Spielberg, Michael Bay, George Lucas. They all are
John
known...
Tron.
They're all known for their cinematography. It's just so beautiful to see the spinning shot. Because it's not easy. They have to have especially back then when the song was released. They have to have the camera mount and pushing it on a track, It's not easy. Now,
That's heavy work.
it's definitely. And so we have to... and also, Brendan B. Browning, I didn't catch what exactly he said. He said, I roll how she rocks. Or roll how she rocks,
Yeah.
Yeah. So the main, I think this is definitely being spoken by the main character. This song is from the main character's perspective. It's first person. Her name is Noelle. He's trying to tell a story. Her name is Noelle. I got gym class in half an hour. I roll how she rocks. He's catching her drift. He's on the same wavelength. But we don't know if it's the same for her. We don't know. We can only speculate.
Does she roll to ride?
Yeah, it's because you want to be with someone that understands you. Like, you don't want to be with someone that makes you unhappy. And we can tell that this brings a lot of happiness to him. Now we will continue with our analysis. Now, in Kids in Tube Socks, that's just a classic 2000 reference, just the style choices
in
back.
Tube Socks in 2000, yes.
Yes, Kids in Tube Socks, not Kids. I mispronounced it. It's a very just 2000s reference, just setting the world building, We're getting a lot of information here we have to digest. Now we shall continue. He's still in awe by just her walking away. They had a little quick just look at each other. Now she's walking away. It may feel a little bit depressing to him, but it might give him motivation to strive to go for her, go for the girl. But we shall continue. This is a nice shot. The angelic, the crush. I love her. Yes, all this. This is by the main protagonist. Now, the line just spoken by Brendan B. Browning, sung. She doesn't know who I am. That lets us know a lot. The crush doesn't acknowledge him. It's very defeating. It's like, I want her to know me.
It's a classic, hierarchy system right here, of popularity and how, sometimes we just want a little bit more than ourselves. I think he's reaching for the stars in a sense, like,
he's going for the most popular girl, Maybe she's the most popular. Maybe he's like a nerd. But we know from his get up that they're trying to make... He's got like 3 layers of clothes on. Maybe it's like a Napoleon... Maybe he's kind of like Napoleon
maybe
Dynamite.
It's really cold outside.
Or... It could be, but there is a like full sun out.
I mean, you don't know the weather.
That is true. We shall continue. Now that was a really a really funny gag. He's holding up an apple and a banana. Wheatus loves comedy. It's just very funny.
Love bananas.
Yes. Now we shall continue. And so we're getting a nice spinning shot again. I really like it. It's very symbolic of how everything, the earth spins. Everything has to move at once, we can't stop and live in... We had to just keep looking forward,
like Wheatus, like Noelle, everything moves, and we have to continue as a species to a greater calling.
Exactly.
Like analyzing Wheatus.
Exactly. Right. Now, that was a very symbolic line. She doesn't give a damn about him. That is... It's spoken from the first person. That's like, if someone says, oh, she doesn't give a damn about you, brother, you could say to yourself, well, maybe she does. But he's saying that from his perspective. So he is almost lost all hope. Like, he's down in the gutter. He's like, I'm never going to get the girl. That's established. That's the first problem in this story. He wants the girl. He can't get the girl. that is what's holding him back. What's holding him back? We don't exactly know yet. We can speculate, that is for sure.
Yeah, we can make inferences, you know.
We can
But we don't truly, what's holding him back from the threshold.
Yeah, we can only speculate. But like you said earlier, she may be like a popular girl, just as you were saying, he's reaching. It's very...
And already we can kind of, start getting to, the conflict. Is this could either, I think it could either be a classic case of man versus man, where he is seeking a lover, but maybe there's an opponent.
Yeah.
Or man versus self. Maybe he's just not confident enough to get,
the girl
desired. Yeah, the girl.
The confidence, because like I said earlier, he might be a nerd. It's a very, but we gotta continue. We gotta keep it rolling, as I said earlier. Like everything rolls.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, you can chime in real quick.
Okay. Well, it's like you were analyzing in your spectacular AP Lang document how nerds are they are oppressed.
Yeah, they are oppressed, especially in the 90s. This was definitely 90s, early 2000s. This makes sense. It's rhetorical. It's a very we can analyze the rhetorical choices by Wheatus any day, and especially in that argument, it's very self-prevalent that he is a nerd. But is he a nerd or is he a geek? We don't exactly know yet, but he was studying a book, so I think he's more of a nerd. Yeah. That's just my input there. But we shall continue. Okay. This is a very good shot. We look at everyone partying in the background. And it just sets up everything. It's very good, very nice. And also, did you hear that electric guitar riff just boom, boom, just going in? It sets the tone. It sets the tone for the song. Because it was very just light and just like, ooh, na, 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 just like that. But then it comes in with this heavy metal, because it goes back to how we were talking about Brendan B. Browning loves his rock. And rock...
It reminds me of like...
Go ahead.
It reminds me of when you really scratch your balls well. That electric feeling.
Maybe that's what Brendan B. Browning was trying to
list it.
It isn't Brendan B. Brendan B. Browning is playing the acoustic guitar here, in the band. The person playing the electric guitar is actually, his name is Patrick McCarrick Brown. He is the one playing the electric guitar. So that's what we know there. So yeah, but we gotta keep going. Now, I know I went a little bit more than one frame there, but I wanted to get the entire lyric. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. It's in the title. It's the main focus of the song.
This is the main, essential theme.
Yeah, it's the theme. It's the... Because...
It's what Wheatus really wants to knock into your head. That they are teenage dirtbags. He's a teenager,
and he's a dirtbag. We don't know why he's a dirtbag, but from the story I told earlier about how his old past, about how rock was seen, if you listen to it, you're a dirtbag. Does this man listen to rock? We shall find out later. But yes, and also everyone partying in the background shows how everyone loves the song. It's kind of a sad song with like a happy uptone beat,
Yeah.
There's a great song that does that. I don't remember it right now, but it's very well known.
Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles?
No, I don't remember exactly. I really can't remember it right now, but there is a song that does it where it's very uptone and happy, but it's very depressing about like love and stuff. Okay. We'll continue. Now he says, I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. This is definitely... now he's talking to Noelle, I believe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. And he's also talking to the reader, the writer, the listener, about how he is a teenage dirtbag baby. He wants that to be known. It is the chorus of the song. It's a very strong chorus. And also, in the shot right here, we have him with his books crammed, going through the hallway, trying to, like, manage through all the popular people. Because for some reason, we can see that he's a little bit awkward. He didn't take the one side of the stairs that's going down. He took the other side that's going up. Maybe it was just a quick split-second decision of, oh no, I'm freaking out. I gotta get to my class quick. I got gym class in half an hour, and he's trying to rush to get there. But so he has his books in hand. He's going down there. You know, I've been in that situation before where I would carry all my books because I wouldn't take a locker stop. But so it's common. I can relate to this. You know.
Yeah, like my girlfriend is planned for is scheduled to have a Planned Parenthood meeting at 4 o'clock, and it's already 3. You know, that type of rush.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We shall continue. Now we can see him he's trying to be polite. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm in your way. I didn't mean to go this way. I'm a bumbling mess, you know." That's what we
He's the dirtbag, but he's a gentleman.
Also, I have never seen this before, but if you look here, look at that bowl cap. Look at those glasses. That's the lead singer in the hallway. He was in a shot of the music video, the story building. So he is in this story with the main protagonist, Brendan B. Browning, is in this story.
You know, it's very deep. You know, on every watching, you pick up something different. That's how.
Exactly, and also the school is very diverse. We can see, so it's not just like a country out in the middle, like a midwestern country school. You know, like corn. You know, I think we can pick up that it's maybe in a city. You know, like maybe like a bigger city. I'm
Michigan.
thinking. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we'll continue. Now it's continuing the chorus there as he's going down the stairs. Who to say that he truly is a teenage dirtbag? He himself is saying that he is the teenage dirtbag. The song is written in the first person, as we established. He is saying that I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. The main protagonist, our male lead, is the dirtbag, the teenage dirtbag, exactly. Now we shall continue. Now that line right there, listen to Iron Maiden, maybe. We speculated earlier what made him a dirtbag, but now we know from the backstory that him listening to Iron Maiden, it's his favorite band probably, because it's written in the first perspective, and he's saying to Noel, the readers, do you guys listen to Iron Maiden? But I think it's more specifically directed at Noel, like, this is one of my favorite bands. I really think you should, like, listen. Do you listen to it? And maybe we could listen together, you know? He's trying to find a common ground. You know? As a dirtbag. As a teenage dirtbag who listens to rock music. Do you have anything to add along the Iron Maiden lines? Harrison?
Huh?
Do you have anything to add about him asking, do they listen to Iron Maiden?
Iron Maiden is probably one of the greatest metal one of the classic metal bands. I think, you know, you can't really go into the genre without, you know, knowing the classics. You know, the Trooper, all the others. It's such a great band. Maybe even didn't touch on you know, tone like this deep tone like Wheatus did, but I think they are excellent. Probably inspiration for Wheatus as a whole, you know.
Exactly. It's a very, very, very just it's just, I don't know. It's something about it. It's very deep. But we shall continue. With me, he's specifically asking Noel, will you listen to Iron Maiden maybe with me? Maybe. Now that maybe wasn't asking her, do you listen to it? He's asking her, do you want to listen to it with me? And when he says that maybe, I think it's almost a little bit, he's saying it awkwardly, like, with me? Like, oh.
Yeah, he lacks
confidence. Exactly. He's not he is someone we can root for and strive for, like,
Yeah,
he's gonna get the girl, like, it's building up the character in him.
a lack of confidence motif that's obviously playing throughout this.
We've seen it done in Hollywood many times with especially in these high school movies especially in like Superbad, Evan didn't have, or yeah, I believe it's Evan who was played by what's his name?
Jontron.
No, not Jonah Hill. The other guy, Michael Cera. I believe Evan is played by Michael Cera. I might be mixing them up, but Michael Cera didn't have the confidence to ask his crush out, who he was very fond with, and we see over the movie he gets that confidence, So it's very well portrayed. Now, as we saw in that last shot right here, he finally makes it down the stairs. He's like, oh, finally. That awkward experience is over. Maybe he's going to look back on that and be like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? One of those things. Maybe he only perceives himself as a exactly. He's the one perceiving himself as a teenage dirtbag, but...
Horny. I'm horny. I really want, the waffle fries from Wendy's. That's what's in his head right now. Because let's be honest, they're really good.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Chick-fil-A?
I mean Chick-fil-A.
I was gonna say I don't think Wendy's has waffle fries, but those are very good Chick-fil-A fries. One of the top. But we can't get sidetracked. Fries are not. Maybe in the cafeteria they're having waffle fries. We can only speculate.
Yeah, we could. I feel like it is very possible, highly likely. I mean, at our school there are the sweet waffle fries, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we shall continue. Now we're getting that spinning shot again to show that everything is moving, and also that ooh is very nice. It just helps the song progress. It lets you know that you're about to go into the next set of lyrics. It's not going to be the chorus. It's the next set. We shall continue. Now, we just keep getting these spinning shots. It's a bunch of world building, because we can see how they're playing in the hallway, and they got all the teens jumping. It's showing that, Brendan B. Browning used to be this teenage dirtbag he used to perceive himself as. Well, he didn't perceive himself as, but was definitely adults perceived him as because of his taste for rock music. That he is able to establish himself as a very, he's now I got the fame and popularity. I'm no longer the nerdy geek kid or whatever, Yeah. And we go back to that nice, just no electric guitar no more. It's just nice and calm. It's very nice. That's a very, right here we have a very nice shot pan down to the guitar playing by Brendan B. Browning on the acoustic guitar. I just love everything about the cinematography. I think Alfred Hitchcock would be proud to see something like this,
Yeah.
Now here we got another shot. He's kind of looking around the hallway. Now, our main protagonist is not a short, geeky person, but he's definitely not the strongest built dude, but he can stand his own in a hallway scenario. He's not getting
In Clash Royale, he would be the hog rider.
Yes, exactly. Now, look at this, okay? I'm gonna go a little bit further, because I don't know if you guys exactly picked up on this. Did you see that? Did you see that right there? They kind of cut it off a little bit early. I blame the editor for not letting this play out, but maybe they're just trying to progress the music video a little bit. This guy shakes his head. We can tell he's a popular kid. He's got the bleach blonde hair from the 2000s. He's got the pierced ears, and look at this. You can see in his hand, he's holding up the shape of an L, and he puts it on his forehead. It's very quick, it's very subtle, but we know that our main protagonist is not popular. We have established that. He is not a popular kid. And the shape of an L on a forehead.
Pierced balls.
We could speculate that this popular kid may have those, but would you like to expand on the shape of an L on a forehead? Like the
Well, okay,
significance.
so we all know as humans it is innate that the L on a forehead represents a loss. L, loss. So, he's saying, take the L, you fucking idiot. You loser mongoloid.
And
Whereas if he had a W on his head, it'd be like, good job, champion.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's also referenced this. Maybe I can only speculate. I don't know when exactly All Star Smash Mouth and or All Star by Smash Mouth came out, and this song came out. Maybe it's a reference. Shape of an L on the forehead. We can only think. We shall continue. Now he's just kind of looking in the hallway. There's not much here. It's just more world building that we've established. Another L on the forehead. We can tell that this kid is not popular at all. It's a very
He
ruthless.
L's.
Yeah, it's very
Daily.
it's very ruthless in this school. It's not like today where bullying was like they had the programs like to stop bullying, but not like today where it was like fully pushed by just everything. Like you can't bully other people, But back then, it's ruthless. You gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta have some confidence. But we
The
know.
L was so hard I had to take the picture in my car, boss man.
Yeah, and also, and Credit just brought up a great point. Maybe this is how he sees the school. Everyone's looking at him, telling him he's a loser. Because we have to remember, this is a dream sequence.
Credit knows a lot about being a loser.
Exactly. But we shall continue. Oh, look at that. You see that shoulder bump? Just keeps going. I've had that happen to me before. Some kid bumped me out of nowhere. He cursed me out in the middle of the hallway. What'd I do?
You kill him.
Yeah, I killed him. He's dead. 6 feet underground. They buried him right there on the spot. That's because I have confidence. Our main protagonist kind of looks back like, what the hell, bro? Are you going to say sorry or what? And the guy just keeps going. Now, if I was the guy right there, even if you were the guy right there, I would imagine we would go chase after him, beat him up. But our main protagonist, I don't think he does. I don't think he has the courage to do so. But we shall continue. Okay, we just got a great line. Her boyfriend's a dick. Noelle's boyfriend is a dick. And here is Noelle's boyfriend right here. He's definitely the most popular kid in the school. All-star quarterback. He's got the jock, the Letterman jersey. What a mom once brought home by your daughter, But
Yeah.
Okay, so we shall continue. Now that line that got censored is he brings a water gun to school, but take out the water. And so we can tell he's a very tough guy.
Fire gun.
Yeah. He's a very tough guy. And so we can tell that our main character is not a fan of this guy. He thinks maybe Noelle's too good for him. Maybe he's too much of a bumbling, like, maybe he's a douchebag. Well, he's the dirtbag. Maybe he's a douchebag. But we can only speculate. He simply kick my ass if he knew. That's the lyric. And so this is if he knew. If he knew, what he doesn't know is that the shy, awkward kid is hard time crushing on his girlfriend. And he would kick his ass because he's got the courage to do so. I don't think there's been many instances where that hasn't happened,
Yeah.
It's you gotta protect your girl, your fair maiden. People would have brawls over like the girl, it's a fight. It's survival of the fittest almost. Now, I'm just gonna a little bit of a rewind here. if he knew the truth being that he likes Noelle. And Noelle's in a relationship. And I gotta give props to the guy for, like, making this song, you know, and just, I don't know, just talking about, like, how he's in love with this girl and he's admitting all these things right now. It's like a vent sort of, like, way. You know? Kind of get his feelings out there and, like, maybe he's gonna perform this song to Noelle and try to win her over, swoo her. You know, maybe. And also, quick fact, just a little, people like to say this, that Brendan B. Browning looks a lot like the guy who stole the Chipmunks. He's got the musical talent, the other guy's a music agent. I'm not saying that these worlds could easily connect by that one thing. I'm just throwing that out there. He lives on my block, so our main protagonist may have known this guy since childhood and grown up with him, and maybe they split apart as they grew up, but, you know, just growing up together, seeing someone, getting the girl of your dreams, maybe they all three knew each other, they were, like, in a good group, and then they kind of split off as high school started, and then the two fell in love, and the other guy just kind of, he's like...
He's the great athlete to rally, you know?
Yeah. That's a very good...
It's more of a middle school dirtbag.
Yeah. And look at this. This shot, we can see he is petrified by the boyfriend. Oh wait, he wasn't looking at the boyfriend. I was wrong. My mistake. Politicians do it all the time. He was actually in awe of seeing Noelle, and Noelle smiling. Noelle was smiling. She's in a good mood. She must see something she likes.
Balls.
He just says she rolls, or he's something about he rolls and I rock, showing that Noelle likes the jock protagonist for his money, his cars, his bronze, his ability, you know, like, just, he's a jock, you know. This is just how he sees him. But with him, he says I rock. He listens to Iron Maiden. He's a little bit of a nerd, a little bit of a geek, you know. But look at this guy. He's kind of just happy that she's smiling, like, at his direction. He's like, oh, okay, maybe I'm getting somewhere. But he doesn't know who I am. So the boyfriend doesn't even know who, like, he is either. Like, he's almost an outcast in this world. And Noelle's still smiling. She's in a very good mood. As we can see here, he was smiling too. He's like, oh, dude, let's go. She's seeing me. Maybe I'm making progress. And then he gets knocked to the floor. Just an absolute, like, nerd thing to do in Hollywood. Like, it's a very classic trope. And he drops all his papers. And he's like, oh, dude, that's so embarrassing. I just fell in front of my crush. Like, come on, you know. And you can see the disappointment on his face. And it turns out she wasn't even smiling to him. He's absolutely crushed. She was smiling at her boyfriend. You can tell the anger is building up in our protagonist. Maybe this might be the inciting incident that gives him the confidence he needs to go and get the girl, you know?
Yeah.
And he doesn't give a damn about me. No one gives a damn about him from his perspective. You know, he's very just like, oh, no one understands me. And he has all his stuff on the ground. Now, if this was a different, like, high school movie, I could see, like, somebody coming up, helping him with his stuff, and that would be the love interest, because that's also a classic trope. And we get back to the chorus with the electric guitars. Just very strong chorus. It's what builds the song, you know. Just, it goes from strong, it goes from light to strong to light to strong, and it helps build the story almost, like, just sway it through. It's a very, very nice thing. And we can see everyone's jamming out right here. And now we get back to the swivel shot to show that the story keeps progressing. And also, they're in the gym again. In the gym, this is the same gym from the guy saying, I have gym class in half an hour. It's a little bit of a tie back, like a callback, You know.
Jim, callback.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Balls.
And we can see they're just going through the motions again. There's not much really to add here, except it's. I think we're getting to a climax. It's just more rising action.
How much rising action can we take?
I think if you want a good story, there's got to be at least 3 main events. And our main events so far, his bike gets ran over by the jock and Noelle. He gets knocked over in the hallway while seeing Noelle. You know, and also like a mini one there was that we met his he doesn't like the boyfriend. And I think we're getting to another big maybe rising action, or we might go straight to climax. We don't know yet. And we get back to the classic listen to Iron Maiden just to show that he's a dirtbag, he likes rock music, he's a little bit of a nerd, you know. We're just getting that all established right now. It's just, everything is just so good with this shot. The cinema, I've already talked about how much I love the cinematography, but also the audio mixing and stuff is very well done, especially from back then. I could see why this has over 250 million plays on Spotify and almost 200 mil on YouTube. It's a very, very good song. And you can see the emphasis Brendan B. Browning is putting into this. You just see it in this shot right here.
And soul.
Yeah, in the soul. You gotta think, he used a lot of personal experiences to write this song. The song almost represents it does represent his story. We'll continue. And then we go back to that soft ooh. I can't really sing, I can't do it well, I can't do it justice, but that is almost like a nice just little it ties it to the next verse. It's a very nice. And also, can we appreciate they're using all sorts of percussion instruments, they got some, it looks like, I think those are just I could be wrong, but those kind of look like bongos. I don't know exactly. Just can't really tell with the audio or the quality only being 480p. Just, we can only speculate. And then we go back to this. It's just we got the spinning shot and we hear that dun 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 by the electric guitar, showing that it's fading out a bit. And now we're going into the next chorus, okay? And also, I love this shot of seeing the central line. It's almost like it's just very we all form around this circle. This is what connects us. We all met here or whatever. It's very symbolic. I love this shot. Okay, this shot right here, loser. The sign says loser. And normally these signs, you wouldn't see a loser sign in real life. That's why it's a dream. Because this is how the main character is perceiving it. We gotta remember that. And also, look who's sitting under it. The main character. So, the main character perceives himself as a loser. No self-confidence.
No self-confidence.
Oh, do we have another Teenage Dirtbag enthusiast here? To add to the, So, what we have a shot right now where a sign you would usually see saying, prep rally at 8 to 7 on...
Time of okay, loser, in the time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey. Butane in my veins, and I'm out to cut the junkie with the plastic eyeballs, spray paint the vegetables, dog food stalls. I think they're obviously referencing Loser by Beck right there with that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Get that? Yeah.
Nick, do you have anything to add here?
Not particularly.
He's eating.
Are you stupid?
He is eating lunch, all by himself. That is a very just classic trope of
Wheatus.
No, not really Wheatus, but a Hollywood trope.
Wheatus.
It's just a classic Hollywood trope of the main character. He has no friends. We can tell that now. He has no friends. And music is his creative output, you know? He likes to listen to Iron Maiden, you know? It just helps him get through his, social life. And also we can see here a classic, now we definitely know it's his favorite band, Iron Maiden t-shirt. It's very, very symbolic. And also, we can see he's reading a book. he is definitely a little bit of a nerd, loser, dirtbag, you know.
Teenage.
Yeah.
A bit of a teenager.
And he's also still wearing the red beanie, or not beanie, like snow cap in this weather. So I think the red could just represent his, like, red can I think it love. It's a love, definitely, but also I think
His desire for affection.
yeah, like, I don't know if red can almost, like, if you see Superman, that red I think almost like represents his, like, courage, you know, like strength. And maybe it's a little bit like that here. I don't know. We can only speculate. Oh, now look at that. He looks at the jock and he's like, "Oh yeah, what's up? Like, hey, maybe you want to come sit with me?" And the jock is just looks at him like, "Yeah, yeah, you bet so." And Noelle's talking to her boyfriend, so it's,
Yeah.
right here. Look at this. He's got the football. The guy in the green shirt's like getting pumped for something. We don't know exactly what, but yeah. You said wait. Nick, if you haven't told by the spiral camera, we cannot just simply wait. What is? Okay, I'm all by myself now. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm just going to continue. So as we see here, he throws something at the loser, the main protagonist. So what he's throwing, I think, is a like banana peel, and he's just like, oh, like, you know, it's not, it's very rude. And he's like, it's a very just classic like nerd thing, you know. He's like, he's reading his book. His book is about, I can't really tell what that book is. I was gonna try to guess, but yeah, he's just eating his lunch and he gets stuff thrown at him by the jocks. Like, not cool. He doesn't have any friends. And she doesn't know what she's missing. I know I haven't really been paying attention to the lines these past couple times, but she doesn't know what she's missing. He's trying to tell Noelle and the reader and the listener and the viewer, she can do so much better with me. I am such a better guy. You know, it's a little bit egotistical, but I kind of like it because we know he doesn't have the best confidence. You know, it's kind of showing like, I can do better, you know? I like it. It's a very good sign. Now we go back to the spiral camera, and it's just, I mean, yeah, he just keeps solidifying that he, like, everything he is just a teenage dirtbag, you know? And they're just still talking. But as you can see here, if we analyze that incident, that was the third rising action of the throwing of the lunch. The throwing of the lunch is our final rising action. We had the running over the bike, the incident in the hallway, and the throwing of the lunch. When his friend threw that and he was laughing with him, Noelle was not happy with that. Now, this is going to lead to some turmoil in the relationship. And this turmoil, I think, it could most definitely lead to a split or a breakup or a break. It is very possible. And now he's very sad, and Noelle is pissed at her boyfriend about it. And then we go back to the spinning shot. And fantasy, that is a very good shirt to wear here, because it represents how this is still a dream sequence. And that, like, maybe this all is just a fantasy, but who knows? No, she doesn't know what she's missing. He's trying to tell Noelle, dump your boyfriend, be with me, I'm so much better, and you just don't know it. You just do not know it. And also, I like the tambourine playing in the background. I think it is very nice. It is very, very nice. So yeah, I think we just have to keep going along with this, okay? And she doesn't know what she's missing, and also we get a nice we're getting a nice transition of fade to black. Ooh, we're getting our next exposition, or not. I think this is the world building for the next what would you call it? Almost scene of there's a disco ball. He's in it's some kind of dance for teenagers. Prom, homecoming, we don't know yet. We do not know yet. It's a very nice shot, glamoring. I really like the artistic choice they put here. Now, okay. Right here, significant information. Jackson High, this is the high school he attended. Now we know where the high school is. So that really can't give us a ton of information, but at least we have more. It's always nice. And also, we can see the city background, and also the band's also playing on stage. And all the students are just chilling, just relaxing. Man, I feel like mold. This is, I would say, the most unique lyric in all of Teenage Dirtbag. I feel like mold represents how the main protagonist is just not soggy. He's almost like he's down in the dumps. He's sorrowing in his wealth, not his wealth, but his I guess you would say failure to find someone that loves him for him. It just, I feel like mold. It's very self-deprecating. Now, as you can see at this table, I didn't get to fully analyze this. We have two girls here. Maybe they're the prom dates of these two gentlemen, but we can tell they are not the popular kids. You could tell with this, she's got a neck brace on. This kid is definitely he's got glasses. You can tell he's a little bit of a nerd. They're just all sitting at a table very awkwardly, I just want to go home. And we have our main protagonist here. Look at him. He's got his nice snazzy suit on, and he's just. But look, he's very upset with himself that he was not able to secure Noelle as a date to the prom. It's prom night, and I am alone. He's alone. He has no hope, no confidence that anyone will dance with him, especially his crush, Noelle. Lo and behold, this is setting up the climax of the whole thing. I want you guys to experience this. This is my favorite part of the song. She's walking over to me. Did you see that? She's all in her nice makeup. Look at this. She's got her nice makeup on. He's kind of starstruck again, as look at this. He's like, what? What's going on here? She's definitely looking at her boyfriend again. Because we've already had this experience where they've locked eyes. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, baby. And so, this is the 3rd time. And 3rd time's a charm, as they say. So, we'll see what happens here. If maybe it's another instance like the 2nd time where she's just looking at her boyfriend. But, as we saw earlier, she was mad at her boyfriend. So, it's always it's a possibility. This must be fake. Yeah, as we can infer from the last shot, he is not believing this at all. And I like how the lyrics do this, because not everyone has the music video, So when you're listening on Spotify, you can still get the story building. My lip starts to shake. This shows his awkwardness. This shows how he is not quirky, but just very awkward and very shy and very seclusive. And he's just he doesn't really talk to any girls. We know that because he's a nerd and he's a teenage dirtbag. We can infer this. How does she know who I am? He is questioning how Noelle, his love interest, for maybe many years, because of the whole jock lived in his neighborhood, we can only infer, but his love for at least his crush, for at least I would say a couple months leading up to this, his crush for this, he doesn't get how she knows who he is. He's just a lonely nerd. Why does she give a damn about him? He doesn't know. And then she walks over, and look what she's holding. 2 tickets, and we'll just let the lyric play out. I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Now, that's his favorite band. And also, a little side note, the person singing this, you would think it's maybe a girl, but no, it is actually the lead singer, Brendan B. Browning again. He had this girl voice from being teased in middle school. It was like kind of like a thing he did. I remember watching that in the video. But yeah, that's a quick little side note. Now this is his date opportunity with the girl of his dreams. She's asking him. He didn't have to ask her and get the courage. She's asking him. So his courage was nowhere, but this is definitely the climax. And she said, don't say maybe. She wants him to go with him. He's still starstruck. I'm just listen. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby like you. She admits to him, we're just the same. It was meant to be. And he's just in awe. He's like, no way. This can't be real. And he's just so excited. You can see how big his pupils are in this. It's beautiful storytelling. Oh my gosh. Just so beautiful. But we shall continue. But, you can see she's getting closer to him, like, come on, get up and dance. Look at that, the 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, she puts it in front of him like, your move. And look at the lead singer, he's kind of excited for this. He's like, oh, he's getting it. I mean, yeah. He is so excited. You can tell by the enthusiasm in Brendan B. Browning's voice that the excitement is through the roof. We have hit our climax. We are now going to go on the not rising but falling action. She doesn't know what she's missing. He's finally shown her. He can show her now. I can be the one. I won't be like your stupid jock boyfriend. And you can see the smile on both their faces. He's very happy about this. And we just go through the chorus again. And also, I really like these shots with the blue background because this is also where the thumbnail comes from for the YouTube video. Look at this shot. He finally gets to dance with the girl of his dreams. Everyone's partying. Everyone's happy. And also, the bucket hat here, worn by Brendan B. Browning, is a very stylistic choice by him. I really like it. I think it just fits the whole persona of him. You know, I think it's very nice. She doesn't know what she's missing. We just got the chorus again, and we've already explained how he wanted to show her how he was better, and now he's getting his chance to do so. Instead of that stupid jock. It's almost like that one meme where it's like the Chad and the Virgin, you know. But it's coming true. Could we say that this man is kind of a, you know what? Maybe. But we don't know exactly. He's just a nerd and a geek. And then now we have here, she's rubbing up on him. It's a very just good scene. We like to see it. We can finally, as a listener, viewer, watcher, reader, we can finally just go, yes! He did it! He got the girl of his dreams. We're all happy. It's a very nice ending. And look, they're just dancing, slow dancing together. I don't get why everyone else is dancing in the background. They're slow dancing. I don't know. It's just a stylistic choice. I don't fully agree with it, but hey, I can't blame them. And we can hear that strong chord to end the song, and it's all coming to an end. We get back to the circle, representing everything has to keep moving. We are finally on the fall. We are definitely on the fall already, but we're getting to the end of the fall. We're getting to the resolution. And look, they're kind of getting close. Is he going to get the kiss? And then out of nowhere, boom. Did you see that? I didn't get to a perfect stop on this. But the disco ball falls. And look what it does. it smashes them, wakes, and it smashes on their head. It stops the resolution of he gets the girl, he gets to kiss her, and look. We come back to he wakes up. He woke up from his dream. It was all a dream. It was all a fantasy, as implied by the one band mate's t-shirt. So that we're not fully done, but you can see he's disappointed by that. He's like, come on. He's kind of, his neck's kind of hurt from sleeping on the stairs as well, but he's very disappointed by not being able to get the girl. He's still got school tomorrow. He has to go see her and stuff. It's going to be very awkward. It's a very relatable ending. And I think it just fully sums up, like, teenage relationships in Hollywood and stuff. But yeah, I think it's a very good song. I don't own any of this music. It's all owned by Teenage Dirtbag. It's all owned by Wheatus and their record company. But yeah, that ends the video right there. He gets up and it shuts out. So in conclusion, I think we have learned a lot about how Teenage Dirtbag is not only a cinematic masterpiece, a musical masterpiece, and I think it will go down in history as one of the best songs ever created. Great storytelling, great music. It's so good. And now I must end this. Peace.